also fair.
All right, welcome once again. Welcome everybody. Welcome to our Sky Vision Lounge, where we do live market analysis of what the market is giving us when we come to the chat. So let's look at our three questions. I'm sure by now we can chorus it. Three questions we must always ask ourselves before we take any trade. The first being, what did price do overnight? Then where is price now? So when you ask what did price do overnight, you're trying to determine direction. You're trying to see, is price doing higher highs, higher lows? Is it range? Is it trending, or is price just doing what do we call it now? Ranging, just going back and forth, right? So you want to determine direction of the market. So first question, what did price do overnight? Next question, where is price now? And then the very important question, what must I see price do before I take a trade? Okay, what must I see price do before I take a trade? And like we always say, you ask this question so that you have a process, a predictable and consistent manner in which you approach the market, so that you don't just come today you're using different approaches, different processes to enter the market. You want to use the same process over and over and over again, so that gives you an edge, right? So let's start with this one. This is gold on 30 minutes chart. What did price do overnight? So price came up here, gave us a nice market structure shift. Those who traded Asia will have gotten some nice trades there. During London, well, when we were trading London, I was expecting a deeper move, but it did not come down there. But anyway, it went up, then came back down. It's gone up again. Now it's coming back down. So price is in a nice trend upwards, right? So if you look at it right where it is now, you can even draw a sort of, let's say some sort of support right there, okay? Then you say to yourself, because this was the last high. Where's the last high? This is the last high, okay? So if you look backwards and say, where's the last opposite candle that caused this move up, is right here. We'll say this is the last break of structure actually. I think it's somewhere here. So we'll be using this one here. Okay, this lows there. Okay, so let's look at that. Let's see if so if I can also even mark this level here too, and say that price could actually do something like this. So just looking at this, price can come all the way down and then go up. That's one scenario, right? However, we can see that it's sort of giving us a support level here. Therefore, if we want to be aggressive, we can say that if price breaks below here, that will be a market structure shift. And then we can see if price will then go further down to these lows here. Okay. However, if you want to just stick with this uptrend here, you can still wait for price to come down to this level, and then let's see if it will go up, right? For sake of full disclosure, I'm actually in a trade right now. I think I have my stop somewhere there, right? So we don't know. Let's see what price will do if it will, turn all the way up from there. We like it. I'll prefer for it to just go up from there. But given that New York traders are just coming in now, they want to push it further down first. So let's see what will happen. Okay. And if it stops me out, that's fine as well. That's fine as well. Okay. Let's look at the next trade. This is pound yen. What did price do overnight? Let's remove all these lines here. What did price do overnight? Okay. Price started here, came up, came down, then eventually came down somewhere there. Market structure shift went all the way up. In fact, all the way up. Okay. It's pulled back down, and then it's pulled back up now. And then now this is giving us a clear market structure shift right there. Okay. So price was trending upwards, but it's giving us a small market structure shift there, a clear one. This is a clear market structure shift. Let me see, MSS. Let's pull this one up. So that's the market structure shift right there. Okay, so what is our last valid range? Our last valid range is between these lows here and these highs here. So what do we expect? We expect price to pull up and then continue going down. And what is the risk? The risk is that price could actually pull up and then just continue going up. Okay, where will be our target if it's going down? It will be these lows here. That will be our first target, and then maybe this further down there. Okay, so we're looking to actually, I'll be looking to actually short this one if I was not in this in the class right now. Okay, so we're looking to see if price will pull back a bit more before it goes further down. Right, and then let's just mark that level. So we're expecting it to come down to this level, possibly, before it turns. Okay, let me put it a bit higher there. Aha. So it gets this these lows there too. Okay, so let's see. Next pair, euro yen. Okay, what did price do overnight? Price was trending upwards very nicely. Came down, went back up, came back down. Nice break of structure there. So those who traded Asia will have had some fantastic trades today. So right now it's pulled back down and then it's pulled back up to this level. It's not breaking above. It's not breaking above. So what is price doing? Price is right here now. So what do we expect price to do? We expect that one scenario could be price could pull back and then continue going up. That's one scenario. Else, if it comes all the way down and breaks below this low here, because that was the last thrust that pushed price up here. If it comes back down and breaks these lows, then we'll be looking for possibility to go short. Okay, it's already giving us some sort of rejection candle. I think this is an engulfing candle right now, but let's see what it will do. But it looks like the pound yen is weaker. That one is weaker. This one has gone down further than euro yen. So let's see how it performs. Okay, beautiful. Let's look at the next pair. Pound Aussie. What is pound Aussie doing? Let's remove all those lines. Wow. So pound Aussie, actually in the morning, we were thinking it might actually give us a nice market structure shift, which it did. So came up here, came back down, then broke this structure here, broke this smaller structure here. So on this big candle here, so you have a rejection candle. So let's say you were here during London session. What will have been your trigger entry? So this will have been one of the first trigger entries. So this is a rejection candle, right? In fact, I can see a number of them, some dojis and kangaroo tails, and then you have a big candle, right, which goes above all these other ones here. So you could have entered right there, right, if you are looking at those things. So remember what we said, when we're trading, we're only looking for three possible setups, either break of structures or market structure shifts, that's MSS, or we're looking for rejection candles, right? We're looking for rejection candles. Those are the only three setups we're looking at, and we want to be consistent with those things. So market has gone down and then it's gone up. Now it's coming back down. So all this here is a pullback until it breaks below this low before we say market has changed direction. So right now, all this is a pullback. You can pull back all the way and then go back up again. You can do that, right? There's no, well, you can actually enter right now and put your stop loss at the lows here, because that's where your buy, if you took a buy here, that is where your buy will be invalidated. Suppose price then comes down here and breaks below, then it's no longer a valid buy. Okay, but we'll never know if it's a valid buy or not until we actually participate in the market. And if you are not very sure, it's either you stand aside or use a smaller risk, right? In the morning, I said, if I was going to take a counter trend, for instance, what I would normally do is to reduce my risk, particularly when I'm not very sure, when I'm not very confident of that market, because we are never 100% certain. This is a market of probabilities. It can do whatever it wants to do, but the key thing is that you are following your process. So if we say we're looking for break of structures, market structure shifts, and rejection candles, once we see any of those setups, we will take them and then let the compounding effects, let that one be the edge that we have, which over series of trades, we then get profitable with that. Okay, right. So let's look at the next pair. This is Euro USD. Okay, what is Euro USD doing? Euro USD has been trending upwards very nicely. We had, wow, this is very nicely up there. Now it's giving us a nice bearish engulfing candle. So if you were at your charts here, so this is nice trend upwards, right? So if you're going to follow the trend as it is, then you'll be looking at, if you ask yourself, where was the last opposite candle that caused this push up? It was right here. Okay, it was this candle here. From this was the last opposite qualified last valid candle, right, that pushed market up. So you will say to yourself, okay, right now you'll be looking to for a pullback for you to then buy again, for price to then go up, right? That's what you'll be looking for if you're following that trend. However, remember we said we have 3 setups. Okay, so if you want to, you can then say, okay, market has gone all the way up, 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 up. So now it's giving us a rejection candle right there. So is there a possibility that price from this bearish engulfing candle now, price can then go down, right, and then go up? So if you want to participate in this possible push down here, then you can. Is there a possibility that price can actually push back down and then go all the way and just reverse? Yes, price can do that. But do we know that? No, we do not know. So this is where the risk comes into play. You have to decide, okay, I'm willing to risk 0.5% or 1% of my account, or whatever percentage you decide to take, but you must always be something you're willing to risk. You're willing to take it, so that even if price then goes all the way and stops you out, you're okay with it, and then you just take the next set up as it comes. Okay, so that is how this market is a market of probabilities. There's no certainty anywhere, and I tell you, nobody knows what the market is going to do. We only see it in hindsight. So what makes us take a buy or a sell is our process. Okay, is our process. Okay, there's no guarantee that any trade setup will work, that any system will work. There's no guarantee. All we know is that if we continue using the same process over and over and over again in this market, we will see those wins. Okay, let's look at pound USD now. Very nicely here. Pound USD was down here, came up here, nice push down. In fact, a very nice engulfing candle there. Then it's pushed up. Now it's literally just gone all the way down. Okay, so we can say we have a nice break of structure here, and then so we're looking for market to continue going up. Okay, so if price is going to continue going up, where will this trade be invalidated? Where will it be invalidated? It will be right here, because if you look at the last high and then you look backwards, this is the last opposite candle here. So you just take these lows here as your line in the sand. Okay, just take these lows here as your line in the sand, and you're saying to yourself that, okay, if I take a buy here and I put my stop loss here, I know that if price comes here and then stops me out, then I'm no longer in the I'm no longer interested in this buy. I want it to just stop me out, and then possibly you may see price break it and then go downwards. It could do that, or in some crazy times, it could actually just come in here, maybe even stop you out, and then push up. So it can do a number of many things. Just wait for it, let your setup come. Even if it stops you out here, for instance, and then comes back here and gives you either a break of structure or a market structure shift, you have opportunity to enter again and then go with that market like that. Okay, so there are always opportunities in the market. You just have to decide that which one is my own, right? It's like driving, and you are driving your nice car, and you say to yourself, okay, I'm not going to speed today. I'm just going to keep to the speed limit. if it's 80 kilometers an hour or whatever it is for that road that you're on, that highway you're on, you just go on that speed, and you're just going gently, you're just going on your own, comfortably, enjoying the scenery. Meanwhile, you may find somebody who just revs his car and just zooms off, right? But you're not bothered. Why? Because you have said to yourself, I just want to enjoy my ride. So enjoy your trading. That's what we're saying here. Enjoy your trading and trade according to your process. That's very, very key. Okay, very, very key. Let's look at the last one. Okay, so what's this one doing? Oh, this one looks like it's setting up for something. So let's look at what it has done. So it's gone up, it's come down, it's gone something like this. It pushed up, right? A nice market structure shape, but that was not sustained. It then came all the way down. Okay, all the way down. You can see, look at those. Though I don't trade this really. I concentrate on one or two pairs. This is a nice setup here. This is a nice bearish engulfing candle that you will have gotten some nice trades there if you were watching this, right? Okay, but this is where, so where is market now? So right now it looks like it's just it's done a break of structure right there. Okay, this is a break of structure to the downside. And then, so right now it's like it's just going up and down. It's gone up, it's come down. It looks like it wants to go up. So is it going to give us a market structure shift right there? Okay. Give us a market structure shift there for us to go up, or is it going to come back down and continue in the direction of this break of structure? Okay, so let's watch and see what market will do. So is either, if you want to be aggressive, you can actually take this bullish engulfing candle as your setup, right? And then you go up with it like that. Okay, do we have any guarantee that this will actually go up? No, there is no guarantee that anything will happen. All you know is that if I take enough of these setups, if I take enough of engulfing candles, rejection candles, break of structures, market structure shifts, then I will accumulate and compound my trading results. Okay. Do we have any question? Okay. Seems we don't have any question. Beautiful. So please keep trading, keep practicing, keep practicing, keep practicing until you get more and more consistent and confident in your trade process. Short of that, we'll see you again tomorrow at 8 a.m. for the London session if you're able to join us then. Thank you very much.